is to engage in ritual. My video cut off, so I'm not sure where I stopped. But the only way to undo this ritual is to engage in ritual. Okay? The chaos that we see happening has been initiated through blood in order to conjure spirit that brought death. And in a lot of ways, the Divine Mother has been speaking. I know for myself, in a lot of my messages, if you guys go back to our Hot and Spices page, or even to Rumunera Holland, which was my first page that was hacked, the Divine Mother has been speaking and telling and foretelling of what is to come. During one of our art of rituals, the Divine Mother used myself as a vessel to deliver the message of war hitting this planet. And deliberately naming beings like Israel and Palestine and so many other factors and players that have come into play. But the Divine Mother foretold of war, and so here we are. And so the blackthorn tree is foretelling of death, it's foretelling of blood, but it's also foretelling you that spirit is with us, that we're not alone in this battle, that the Divine Mother is working in accordance to the changes and the transformations that we see happening on this planet. The blackthorn tree is associated with the triple goddess, and the tree is sacred to the Irish goddess, the Morgan, or also known as the Great Queen Mother, who oversees the matters of war, death, and sexuality. And this is the divine goddess that steps forward under this full moon in Cancer to deliver this message concerning the crown of thorns. She is coming to oversee the war, the death, okay, and the conjuration of sexuality that is taking place on this planet, okay? The blackthorn tree is also called the mother of the woods. This tree is sacred to the third phase of the triple goddess, which is the crone. Also known in different, she also comes under different guises, known also as the goddess of winter. So her stepping forward under this full cold moon and Cancer is her validating herself that this is her presence. And so the Morrigan steps forward, the goddess Morrigan steps forward in the energy of the crone. The crone, as far as my studies and how I know it to be, is also a representation of time. And the Divine Mother has been saying for a long time, foretelling and letting us know that our time is up. Time is up for silly ideologies that cause nothing but division and chaos. Time is up for the degradation of the divine feminine. Time is up on the degradation of the masculine principle. Time is up for the distortion of history and for the genocides of every tribe from the east to the west to the north to the south. Time is up on the degradation and the breakdown of the planet, on the killing of the animals. The Divine Mother has been saying for a long time, you take what is mine and I will take 10 of yours. And so this is the position that the Divine Mother is coming in the energy of the crone and representing the crone and also representing time. And she's saying that we're right on time, okay? The goddess in this phase represents the moon in its waning phase, which deals with a quiet time of reflection, introspection before brand new cycles begin. For a lot of you, you're going to be celebrating the new year, or what we know as the Gregorian New Year calendar, which is January the 1st. Those of you who have come into remembrance will know that the actual new year does not begin until the planet or the sun, in a sense, rises again, which is going to be when the planet comes back alive. When is that, everybody? During March. And so, for those of you going into this new year, allow it to be, these next few days, to be a time of reflection. Even though we're in a full moon, put yourself and your energy and the energy of waning as the moon wanes, and use this time as a time of quiet reflection, introspection, before a brand new cycle begins, releasing and letting go, and making sure that you make time to deal with old habits and out of date patterns and pathologies so that you don't carry it into the new year. Let's get into really quickly the symbolism of the Morrigan, or the Great Queen, also coming in as the Phantom Queen. And I think her coming in and dropping in the symbolism of calling herself or being known as the Queen Phantom and being invisible is also a covering in a way of the Divine Mother stepping behind the veil, saying, I'm not completely invisible. I'm watching, and I've been watching. But she's been almost in like a phantom-like state where it's like we're seeing the puzzles of this grand stage moving, but we're not quite sure who's moving it. And the Divine Mother is saying that in this season, even when you don't see me, understand that I'm moving the pieces, okay? And so some of the associations with the Morrigan, she is associated with war and fate. And so the war that we see happening is not something that's happening by chance. This is a fated experience. This is a fated simulation that the Divine Mother, not only the Divine Mother called or foreshadowed, but when DMX's spirit left off this planet, when his being transitioned from being a physical entity and transitioned into the spirit, he said that when his spirit left about this planet, that it called war to this land. And when it called war to this land, he was putting an end to their ritual. The powers that be, the ones behind the stage, the ones that we don't see, the phantom operation is becoming visible. But the Divine Mother is saying that the movements that you see happening in this season are orchestrated directly by me, okay? So this is fated. The Morrigan, God is stepping forward, is foretelling of death and doom, but she's also speaking of victory in battle, and not the victory on the side of Israel, but the victory on the side of Palestine. When the Divine Mother came and foretold of this war coming, she spoke about the war not ending up in the favor or in the way that Israel thought that this war was going to end up, because there was going to be a present help that was going to aid the people of Israel, okay, and not the false, almost like a body snatcher energy, not the false representation of the children of Israel, okay. And so the goddess is appearing to say that I come to foretell of doom. I come to foretell of the doom of the plans set in face in order to make humanity or the collective to meet a state of death in a way to where we lose the war. In the end, the victory is going to fall on the side of Palestine. And so the Morrigan is coming in the form of the crow. And when she takes this form, she is considered the battle crow, right? She is also known to cause fear and confusion to the soldiers in order to move